Singapore, I lived with my parents, so the desk I had at home was something that I had for the past 10 years. I had a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, and it was a very functional desk, so I didn't think much about it. After my move here, I moved into a completely unfurnished apartment, which meant I could buy whatever I wanted. That was a good thing, but it also made me go crazy because there were so many options out there. Should I get a standing desk? Should I get a normal desk? I scrolled a lot of Pinterest to get an idea of how I want the desk to look aesthetically. And I eventually realized that I wanted something that was very minimalistic and something that was simple, clean, and did not have a lot of clutter around. So in this video, I'm going to take you through what I actually ended up getting and how I built my own work from home desk station. Yeah, let's go. So let's start off with the standing desk. I've never ever owned a standing desk before, so this was the first for me and I was very excited about it. I was kind of apprehensive about if it was a worthwhile investment or if I should just get a normal desk like I've always had in my entire life. But after using it for a month plus, I think it's been great so far. I will add the link to every single item as well as the price down below. So the base is from FlexiSpot and it cost me 169.99 euro. So for the desk, you can choose from really cool keyboards, but I ended up going with the most basic one where it either goes up or down. But you can also choose other ones that are more expensive where you get more functionalities or more features with that money. Another awesome thing about getting the frame and the tabletop separately is that I could customize how big I wanted the table to actually be, because this frame can actually be extended from 85 centimeters to 129 centimeters, which is quite a lot. I could get a tabletop with a width of 100 to 160 centimeters. So if I wanted, I could have gotten a really big tabletop. Instead, I went with 120 width and a 70 cm height. And I got the tabletop from Amazon, which cost me 51 euro and 80 cents. It's pretty cheap considering how expensive wood is at the moment. And I was very, very specific about the color combination I wanted. I wanted a white base and a light brownish tabletop, and that's exactly what I got. So personally, I think maybe I should have gone for a longer height instead of 70 cm, maybe something that's like 90 cm, because I ended up eventually getting a bigger monitor. So I would appreciate a larger distance between where I'm sitting and the monitor. Right now, I'm used to it, so it feels fine, but a larger distance would probably be better. So the whole standing desk so far was cheaper than what I could have gotten at IKEA for sure. Like an IKEA standing desk would cost me around 300 euro plus, and the color combination that I wanted was easily 400 euro plus, but I managed to get both of these in under 250 euro, so I think it was a great deal. So next we can move on to the chair, which is also an essential part of my desk setup because I really wanted an ergonomic chair. In the past, or back in Singapore, I was using like a normal chair that was handed down from my father. But now I had the choice to choose any chair that I wanted, and it was so difficult. I remember spending more than 12 hours on a Saturday just sitting and researching on all the chairs out there, from Herman Miller's to Secret Labs to IKEA chairs, and eventually I realized that I cannot find a chair online. I need to go to IKEA or go to other shops, sit on the chair and figure out how I feel. So I ended up getting the IKEA Lang fan. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I really, really like this chair. And the moment I sat on it in IKEA, I loved it immediately. It cost 139 euro and I got it without the handle because those weren't available when I got it. But now that I have it, I don't feel like I'm missing out on the handles yet, especially because for this chair, the handles are non-adjustable. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me anyway. Like I feel like I get less like back pain or shoulder pain ever since I got this chair. And it fits the whole aesthetic. Since we're talking about the chair, I also think it's essential to talk about where the chair lies, which is the floor protection. I didn't really have floor protection back in Singapore, but then I realized like over here I don't want to damage floor. So I did quite a bit of research on that and I realized there are two ways to protect your floor. You can either put protection inside your rollers of the chair or you can go for the matte version, which is what I did. I was a bit afraid that it makes everything look ugly, but I think it works out fine, especially because it's transparent. And I generally feel it does help with making less noise. The chair also makes less noise when it moves around, so that's great. And this floor protection costs 19 euro. Next, let's go on to the monitor, which is a big part of this desk setup. So I ended up getting an Asus PB278QV monitor. It was priced at 177.20 euro. It's 27-inch, which is pretty big for me personally. I'm used to 23-inch monitors, which is what I had back in Singapore. I've realized that it's very convenient to code with this monitor. Like 27 inch is like a perfect size for me at the moment. Another great thing about this monitor is that it's height adjustable. Even though I have the ability to, have the standing desk and adjust the height of the desk itself, I think it's also great that I can adjust the height of the monitor, because when I'm sitting down, I do want the monitor to be at eye level and not too low, not too high. So it's perfect that I can adjust it exactly the way I want it when I'm sitting or when I'm standing, either ways. I also think editing on this is really awesome because it has great resolution, or at least better than my previous monitor, and great visuals. So it's connected to my MacBook Pro using a HDMI cable. I would have preferred if it had an option of a USB-C connection, then I wouldn't have to use my adapter. I guess that could be a limitation of my MacBook Pro and not so much the monitor. So next we move on to the keyboard, which I didn't buy now. I've had it since I was in Singapore. I think I've had it for more than a year and I love it so far. It's a Logitech keyboard, MK345, and it's a Logitech pair where you get the keyboard and the mouse, which are connected via the same USB device. I just need to take out one USB port and I can connect both my keyboard and my mouse, and every time I turn on my laptop, the connection is always awesome. One thing that I found with the Bluetooth keyboards or mouse that I've used in the past, or those that I have still, is that I always need to reconnect when I shut down and restart my computer for some odd reason. If this combination had a Bluetooth option, I would have probably taken that, because that saves another port that I need to plug into my adapter. So the keyboard is awesome for typing. I love the palm rest that the keyboard provides you with. It's kind of noisy when you're typing, but this was also the first keyboard that I got that had a number pad, and I wasn't sure if I wanted a number pad because it's, it makes the keyboard really big. But once I have it, I kind of can't go back because it's so convenient. If I need to type any key or any number, easily type it via my right hand and I don't have to go all the way up to do that. It's just convenience. For the mouse, the thumb rest area is great and it only has 3 buttons, but personally for me, that's totally sufficient. Now let's move on to the adapters that help everything stay connected. If you're using a MacBook, you'd be familiar with these because it's really hard to survive with just the USB-C ports that MacBook provides. So I basically use these 2 adapters for the entire setup and every connection. So I have this one that contains the USB for my keyboard and my mouse. It also has a HDMI port that I use to connect my monitor to my laptop. This adapter is awesome because it has 2 USB-C ports, 1 HDMI, 1 aux. If I ever need to connect my headphones to my laptop, I use the aux here, and that's usually the only time that I use this, and also if I need other USB connections. So there are also 2 other key things that are on my table that are small but necessities. One is my phone stand, which is so useful, especially if I just want to charge my phone here and if I just want to watch a video here while I'm researching on something or writing a script or something. So this is very useful. I think it cost like 2 Singapore dollars or 3 Singapore dollars. I got it from Shopee. This was an awesome buy. Next is my mouse pad, which costs like 5 Singapore dollars and it's from Challenger. And I love the fact that it has padding for my wrist here, so it's very comfortable even if I'm using the mouse for 8 hours straight. So I made it a point to make sure that my table only has essential things that have to be here all the time. Things like pens, pencils, my headphones, which are things that I don't need to use all the time. I've kept them all in a single box and put them in my shelf here. So if I ever need them, I go to the shelf, I take it out, I use it, and then I put it back. That's what kind of helps me to make sure that the desk is always clean, and that helps me stay focused and just calmer. And this is my box, and it's from IKEA. It's just a €2 box, but it's very helpful. It has my headphones, my pencil case if I need it, a stand for my laptop if I need it to be at a certain angle, then it can just be at whatever angle I need it to be. And that's it. So it's really not a lot of things. I've tried my best to make sure that it's only essentials, and it's working so far because I don't feel the need to get any other things because this is all that I need. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this fun or nice to see, and I'll see you in the next one.